The first, we call it pre-GPT era or call it generation zero. It's technology that is used today, but it's been around from the 50s. It's neural networks or machine learning. How can a computer recognize a pattern? A machine learning model is essentially, you can call it a function that has an input and an output. And I would say it's very single-minded. What it's doing is trying to detect a pattern that is trained for. Back in the 50s, the first machine learning model was trying to detect letters or people's faces. More complex machine learning models with much more larger number of neurons and much more training data are capable of detecting complex patterns. And companies train their models on hundreds of thousands or millions of transactions, and that enables them to detect certain patterns, applications of fraud detection, risk. There's many areas where what you want is to detect a certain result. Is this fraud or not? So it's not generating content. It's not what you see in ChatGPT. That's a big differentiation. To detect what's happening here, what is this, and give you an answer. There's obviously in applications more complex workflows where there's a training cycle. Products start from a number of millions of transactions, generic customized transactions they can use for training their models. And then when they go to a certain bank, they use the bank's transactions to refine the model. For that, there's some workflow where if it's correct or not, it goes through a human that can evaluate if the risk officer, is this a real fraud or not? And these models can fit themselves. So if a risk officer say, no, this is incorrectly flagged, it's not a fraud, you can feed it back into the model, and the next time a similar pattern arises, the model will detect that it's not fraud because it trained or it learned from its previous behavior.